We're officially within tax filing season, and although official tax day is still several weeks away from right now as I film this video, this is going to bring a very unfortunate surprise for millions of unsuspecting seniors and Social Security beneficiaries. Now you might be thinking, why would you say that? What do you mean? Well, it's because of all the headlines that are out there and everything that has been said over the last year or so around Social Security and what seniors believe about this that I've seen out there down below in the comment section across this channel on previous videos that I've made, as well as just the consensus that is out there regarding your Social Security benefit, seniors, and filing taxes right now this year. Now, obviously, before we get into the video, I just want to say this much. Obviously, this is not tax advice. This is not accounting advice. This is not advice in any way, shape, or form. Please talk to your own professional, your own accountant, your own CPA. That's not me. However, I do also have this information right here, which I'm going to pop up on the screen in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about right here. I just want you to see this while I explain all the details around this, because there's a lot of miscommunication and a lot of misconceptions that are out there around this. And like I said, this is going to catch a lot of seniors and Social Security beneficiaries off guard, and I want you to be prepared with this. All right, so anyway, let me ask you a quick little trivia question. You might be thinking, I didn't come here for trivia. Well, let me just say this much. What have we all heard over the last, say, I don't know, year to year and a half or so, as far as Social Security and what they're eliminating? I think we can all fill in the blank. Taxes. No more taxes on Social Security, right? I wish I had a nickel for every time I heard that. Yeah, we'd all be rich, right? Wouldn't we? Wouldn't that be awesome? But here's the deal. I want to make this very clear. There is still taxation on Social Security. Huh? I thought they eliminated taxation on Social Security. No, they didn't. No, they did not, okay? Even though everywhere you look out there, you see all of these people, high-profile people, that keep coming out saying, yeah, no more taxes on Social Security. And I'm like, dude, there is still taxation on Social Security. They did not eliminate that whatsoever, okay? Let me explain this a little bit further for you so you're not even more surprised when you realize if you are a Social Security beneficiary or if you're a senior and if your income exceeds certain thresholds that have not been updated in multiple decades, by the way, you may be on the hook for a pretty big tax bill to the federal government. Not a fun day, right? Anyway, let's pop this up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details of this. This is just a summary, but it also summarizes pretty well, which is why I want to share with you. All right, so let me talk about the thresholds really quickly. And again, I know there's more to it than just this, but I'm just going to give you some general ideas here to think about as far as, well, would your benefit potentially be taxable or not, okay? Because they did not eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits, but I will tell you what they did do a little bit later on in this video. Okay, let's look at the screenshot super fast here. So if your income as an individual is below $25,000, you don't have any taxes on your Social Security benefit. And again, please talk to your own professional, okay? The person that knows your exact situation. I don't know your exact situation. But anyway, as an individual, if your income is below 25 grand, then no taxes on your benefit. However, if your income as an individual is between $25,000 and $34,000, now up to 50% of your benefit is taxable. Not a 50% tax rate, but rather up to 50% of your benefit is taxable. In other words, if you get 10 grand from Social Security, 5,000 of that, 50%, may be taxable, okay? That's that. Now, as an individual, if your income is over $34,000, now up to 85% of your benefit is potentially taxable. Again, if you get 10 grand from Social Security, $8,500 of that would then be taxable, not an 85% tax rate, which that wouldn't shock many of us either these days, right? So anyway, that's that. Now, a married couple, let's talk about this. As a married couple, if your income is below $32,000 as a married couple, your benefits wouldn't be taxable. However, if your income is between $32,000 and $44,000 as a married couple, your benefits could be taxable up to 50%. In other words, if you get 20 grand from Social Security between the two of you, 50% of that, $10,000, may be taxable, okay, in that case. However, if your income as a married couple is over $44,000 as a married couple, now up to 85% of your benefits may be taxable. Same example, $20,000, 85% of that would be $17,000 could be taxable, okay? So keep that in mind here. Okay, now, But wait, you said no more taxes on Social Security. That's what everybody keeps saying. But they did not eliminate taxation on Social Security whatsoever, even though we continue to hear that out of so many people out there within the administration. And again, this is not a political video. I'm just telling you the facts here. We keep hearing it out of many people saying, yeah, no more taxes on Social Security. Are you going to pay the bill when the seniors say, look, no more taxes on Social Security, I don't need to file a tax return, and then they get a penalty? Are they going to pay that for you? I don't think so, right? Are they going to be the ones that are defending you when you say, wait, I didn't file it because they told me I didn't need to, no more taxes on my Social Security, and there you are getting stuck with a huge bill from the IRS and then getting penalties because you didn't pay, right? Not a good situation. And again, please talk to your own professional about this that understands your situation, your finances, your income. Please do not leave any personal information like that down below in the comment section. Believe it or not, over the years, I've seen a lot of personal information in the comment section. I've seen it all. Please don't leave that down there. If I see it, I will delete it. I don't want your personal information out in the public domain. That is not for me to see. It's not for anybody else to see. Please protect yourself, okay? Anyway, and again, I would never do anything malicious with your data. I'm just saying nobody else should be seeing that information, okay? But I've seen all kinds of personal information down below. But anyway, please don't leave it down there. Okay, next. What did they do then? Because we heard all this thing. What did they do out of the big OBB, the big tax cut bill from last summer? They did something in there for seniors, right? They did. And I've dedicated videos here on the channel talking about this. In fact, to be fair with you, over the last 7-8 months or so, since they passed that thing and signed it into law, I have probably, 3, maybe 4 dedicated videos here on the channel talking about this because there's so much confusion around it. In fact, quick little side note here. I was talking to my dad the other day, okay? My dad has this friend, right? My dad is late 60s or so, on Social Security, my parents. But anyway, my dad was talking to one of his friends. The guy's like, 65, something like that. And he's getting Social Security. And he keeps telling my dad, I can't wait to get this $6,000. Actually, he's married, so $12,000. I can't wait to get this $12,000 check because of no more taxes or whatever. And I'm like, oh, he's going to be really sad when he does not get a $12,000 check. That's not what it is. It's a deduction, okay? So I told my dad that. I was like, dude, your friend is going to be really, really mad when he does not get his $12,000 check that he's going to get out of the federal government. It's not happening. It's not a check, okay? Anyway, what they did do is they passed this senior deduction, the additional deduction above and beyond your standard deduction, above and beyond the deduction that you get because you are over the age of 65. And now you get this extra senior deduction for the next 4 years. Again, the tax filing years of 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, then it's gone, okay? Then it's gone after that. But anyway, here's what it is. $6,000 for an individual that you can take above and beyond your other deductions, and $12,000 for a married couple above and beyond your standard deductions. Okay, so this is up to like over $23,000 worth of deductions for an individual and over $46,000 of deductions for a married couple, taking into consideration the standard deduction, the extra senior deduction, and this deduction here. It's a lot of money. I mean, massive deductions. That's what they did because they legally could not remove taxation on Social Security within the reconciliation bill, which was the OBBB, which was signed into law by the president on the 4th of July, 2025. That massive tax cut bill, it was a reconciliation bill. Basically what that is, it's a maneuver that allows a single party that has control to pass legislation through the Senate with just a simple majority vote. Okay, so just basically 51 votes gets it through in the Senate, when generally they need to overcome the filibuster at 60 votes, right? Okay, so it basically restricts that threshold and just brings it down to, just like the House of Representatives, a simple majority. That's all it is. So when a single party has just power across the House, the Senate, and the presidency, which Republicans do right now, who knows what's going to happen later this year? I don't know. This isn't a political video, but I'm just saying, as of right now, they still have that single party power, and they can do these reconciliation bills, giving them the ability to pass these massive bills with just simple majorities in the House and the Senate. That's exactly what they did this past summer in 2025 with that massive tax cut bill, the OBBB, and they added deductions within it for seniors, okay, in exchange for no more taxes on Social Security, because they legally could not reduce taxation on Social Security within a reconciliation bill. You cannot reform Social Security within a reconciliation bill, and that's exactly what that was, okay? Quick little side note for you, okay? Anyway, that's what that is. So if you happen to be a senior, 65 plus, if you happen to be somebody on Social Security, take that into consideration and make sure to grab those deductions if you're eligible. By the way, there is an income threshold for those under 75 grand. For the $6,000, you can get the full deduction. Otherwise, it phases out from $75,000 to $175,000. And a married couple, it's up to $150,000. You can get the full $12,000 deduction, and it phases out from $150,000 to $250,000 of income. It phases out to zero, okay? Anyway, I've dedicated videos here on the channel talking about that. Feel free to check those out. In fact, just not that long ago, the other day, I put one of the videos out because, again, now that we're in tax season, got to know this stuff. You want to grab your deductions, reduce your federal tax liability as much as you can, because if you don't, then you're on the hook to pay the IRS, right? So anyway, there you go. I hope this helps you understand this. And again, I hope that this does not, catch any of you off guard as in, whoa, wait, I thought there was no more tax on Social Security. Therefore, now I got this huge tax bill. I hope that's not going to be your case. Okay. That's why I make these videos, to help you, understand the information that's out there. Get the information that's available, as well as do anything we possibly can to maximize your benefit, maximize your money, save as much money as possible, take advantage of programs and things like this, massive deductions and adjustments in the tax code to help you out in any way that I can. Again, not tax advice. Please talk to your own accountant, your own professional, your own CPA who understands your finances and everything like that, and they can guide you with this a little bit further. But I hope this helps you. Drop your comments down below. Otherwise, I'm going to throw this out there super fast, which is, if you happen to be one of the nearly 70 million people on Medicare, make sure to call Chapter Medicare there. In the last year or so, about 10,000 of you in this community, on this channel alone, about 10,000 of you have called that phone number. That's amazing. 10,000 of you have grabbed your Medicare card, have grabbed your phone, and dialed that phone number right there to get free Medicare help, which is honestly really, really cool, right? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you so far this year. In fact, I think it's well over 1,000 people so far this year have already called that number. A bunch of people collectively saving thousands and thousands of dollars just so far this year. In the last 1 year alone, just going back to early 2025, those of you in this community have already collectively saved over $2 million, $2 million plus dollars of savings just so far in the last 1 year from those of you in this community who have called Chapter right there. Absolutely amazing. That is absolutely incredible. I love that. So anyway, my secret little goal is to get those of you in this community to collectively save $10 million by the end of this year. Let's see if we can get there. That'd be amazing. By the way, after you call Chapter right there to get some free help with your Medicare, and you might be thinking, but wait, what do you mean? Like, I can't do anything right now. You might have some flexibility. You may have some options. So if you don't like your Medicare plan, call them and see what they can do for you. I think you might be surprised, even right now, in early 2026, a lot of people have a lot of flexibility and optionality, way more than you think you do right now, okay? Give them a call, see what they can do for you. By the way, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below on any video here on the channel. There's like 6,300 plus to choose from. There's a lot of videos. Use the word chapter within your comment. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my stack of comments here, which I continue to feature in videos. I have a whole bunch, pages and pages of comments that I've been pulling out of the comment section. Otherwise, let me know what they do for you. If you save a boatload of money, the average person is saving over $1,000, which is really cool. All right, anyway, this video got to be a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Please enjoy your day. Subscribe if you're new here, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Enjoy your day. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And I look forward to reading your comments down below after you give Chapter there a call. All right.